Welcome back. In this lesson, we will add the controller we created in the last lesson to the application and run it. First, let's remove the control block that manually controls the system with buttons. We will not delete it, only move it out of the way. Deleting it needs a few more steps, which we don't cover in this lesson. Let's drag and drop our controller block. Let's call this instance control. I like my control on the right side, so we organize like this. Immediately, you can see that interface is exactly the mirror of the model block. Although not necessary, let's rename the two variables that are slightly different from the model input so that we have the same names on the either side. That is controller output and the model input. Save it and return to the application. It will warn us that all the places where the block is instantiated will be updated. Say OK, as that is what we want. There is a magic way in the tool to make the connections automatically. What you do is press and hold Alt key on the keyboard. While pressed, click on the model and take it closer to the control instance. As you can see, the connections were made automatically. The connections appear dotted because the model instance is mapped to a device, but not the controller instance. Let's map the control instance as well to the same device. After this, the dotted lines become solid. Similarly, we can make the auto connection on the output as well, using the Alt key and drag method. After the connections are made, let's reorganize and make it look good and readable. Save it, go to the resource, and we see that the control block of buttons is still here. Go back to the application view and unmap everything. After unmapping, just map the model and the control. Save it, go back to resource and connect the init event to the cold start of the device. It's time to deploy it and run it. Let's go to deploy in diagnostic window and deploy it. We must clean the device before deploying it. The build failed and we see some errors. Remember, we renamed some variables, two of those. The errors are for those two variables. Let's fix that and try again. And this time the build succeeds. And the solution is deployed successfully. Let's run the HMI. Reorganize so that we can see them side by side. We can also add watches and observe the behavior. If we clear the solution at this point, the HMI goes pink, indicating HMI is not able to communicate with the device. This usually happens when you run the HMI and there is no solution deployed. That's all for this lesson. In the next lesson, we will refactor this controller into two separate controllers, one for the lift and one for the pusher.